Fox Sports.
We are Blackmore. We are Arizona.
Do you like offense? If so, Chase Field's the place for you. The scorching hot Diamond Bats are exploding in a pre-4th of July fireworks extravaganza. So don't miss the light show and catch it while it's hot as Arizona Diamondbacks baseball takes off next on Fox Sports Arizona. Welcome to the Green Series, brought to you by APS, the official power partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Well, here at Chase Field this afternoon, the Diamondbacks and Cubs ready to square off in the third and final game of this series after the Diamondbacks have won the first two. A quick look at the National League West standings. Nothing changed from yesterday. Dodgers won, Giants won, and of course the Diamondbacks won here. So the D-backs start the day in third place in the West, 6.5 behind the top place Dodgers. Hello again, everybody. Along with Mark Grace, I'm Greg Schulte. Happy to have you aboard for Diamondbacks baseball. Boy, it's been home sweet home, Gracie. Diamondbacks 9-1 in their last 10 home games, and that offense has been exploding.
Yeah, for a couple of months, Greg, we were wondering, why haven't the Diamondbacks been winning games at home? Well, I can tell you why. They haven't been hitting the ball like this. My goodness gracious, it has been a lot of fun to watch. It has been everybody up and down the lineup getting hot, getting big hits, hitting the ball out of the ballpark, big 2-out hits. You name it, these Diamondbacks are doing it offensively. And when you score a bunch of runs, like 9, 10 runs a game, you're going to win most of them, Greg.
There's no doubt about that. Diamondbacks been scoring runs by the bunches. But with our pitching matchup here this afternoon, Matt Garza against Wade Miley, we got a couple of guys who could stop the offenses.
Yeah, Wade Miley, he has just been such a pleasant surprise for Kirk Gibson and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Nobody really even talked about Wade Miley this spring. But not only has he come in and gotten a spot in this rotation, he's been the most consistent and best starter in this rotation this year, Greg. He's pitching with confidence. He's working fast. He's throwing strikes. A confident pitcher is an awfully good one.
And he doesn't shake off his catcher.
He never shakes off his catcher.
And that'll be Miguel Montero today. Well, coming up, Diamondbacks are going to try and sweep the Cubs out of Arizona. Jody Jackson will return, talk about that possibility. We've got the Diamondbacks. We've got the Cubs. Baseball coming up on a Sunday afternoon here in the desert. Stay with us. 9-year-old Juliet Hathaway. And again, once again, the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And what a stirring rendition of the anthem, by Juliet Hathaway, 9 years old. She brought the house down. And some of the youngsters on hand, plenty of them here this afternoon as we get ready for baseball. Diamondbacks going for the 3-game sweep against the Chicago Cubs, and then off on a road trip, which will take them to Atlanta and Milwaukee. There's Del Swain, skipper of the Chicago Cubs. Here's his lineup, the only lefty in the order against the left-hander Wade Miley. DeJesus, he's at the top. Johnson, Castro, Soriano hitting cleanup, followed by Baker, Soto, Barney, Mather, and the pitcher Garza. And let's take a look at our Arizona For Diamondbacks starting pitcher, there he is, Gracie, Wade Miley.
What a pleasant surprise Wade Miley has been. He has taken this opportunity that he's gotten this year. Boy, has he ever ran with it. He has been by far the best starter for the Diamondbacks this season.
I think where the Diamondbacks might be without him and his production. Here we go. Set for an afternoon of baseball. Hot day outside. Very comfortable inside, and strike one, we're underway. That's his repertoire, throwing strikes.
Lots of strikes, working fast. He doesn't leave the mound. Come on, come on. And he doesn't shake off Miguel Montero. Go ahead and get in the box. Let's do this. There you go. All right, now I can pitch.
Jesus had a 4-hit night last night, and he fouls this one back very quickly. Strike two.
And so did the guy behind him.
Yeah.
And that last night was Starlin Castro. Today it's Reed Johnson.
Those two did not score a run. They were on
How
base
about
8
that?
times.
Since 1974.
Wow. Last time that happened?
Number 1 and number 2 hitters to reach base 8 times. As that one's chopped to the right side. Going to have to hurry. And Aaron Hill gets him. But since 1974, and let me finish this thought.
Yeah.
5 games. It's happened 5 times where the first and second batters reached 8 times or more and didn't score. Only 5 times since 1974. The Cubs managed to do that last night.
Well, a little historical note for you. Here's Reed Johnson, the right fielder. The Cubs had 14 hits last night. The Diamondbacks had 16. Won the game 10-5. So here we start the string of right-handed hitters against Wade Miley. Roberts just on the cusp of the grass, just a step or so in front of the bag, off it a little bit down at third. And the defensive alignment against Johnson. 289 hitter. And he's batting ahead of Castro, who's hitting third in the order today for Dale Swing. 2-0 count. Wade Miley, 8-3. This is start number 12 for him. 3 of the last 4 outings he's had, he has not walked a batter. And the last 2 starts, he has struck out a career high tying 8. There's a strike. Who's got the play today? Well, it's Scott Berry calling balls and strikes.
One of the younger umpires on the scene now.
You still know most of them, right? They're all
Most
still
of
around.
them.
Yeah. Swing and a miss.
Yeah. You know you're getting old when the umpires that you were with, they're starting to retire, or they're just not around anymore. And they're all good guys. There's a guy. He's an Arizona native.
Gary Darling.
Gary Darling.
He's at second today.
He's the crew chief.
Whoa! Wow. Nasty.
Wade Miley. Again.
Let's look at the Diamondback defense. A little different today. Pars in center field, flanked by Kubel and Upton, with Roberts at third. Johnny Mack gets a start at short. Hill, Overbay at first base, and Montero catching Miley. So Chris Young, Willie Bloomquist, at least at the start of the day, getting the afternoon off. We actually had consecutive lineups that were the same by Kirk Gibson on Friday and Saturday.
Well, you can't expect him to do that again,
No,
can you, Greg?
no.
Well, whatever he's doing, he's got these boys playing awfully good baseball lately.
Yeah, they are believing in themselves, and really, as a 25-man roster, everybody contributing. Outside to Castro. This guy's hit 308. 91 hits already. 91. Doesn't walk very often. In fact, hardly ever walks. 6 total.
He's going to be one of those guys that just gets 200 hits consistently every year, and as he gets a fastball blown right by him. Look at Wade Miley. Come on, get in the box. Let's go. Come on, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Montero gives him the sign. He just goes right to work. And a ground ball to short. Should be an easy inning. Johnny McDonald. That's it. 1-2-3 go the Cubs. Diamondbacks come to bat. Bottom of the first against Matt Garza. No score. Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by APS, the official power partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. By Chevrolet, who's your everyday hero? Nominate an everyday hero at valleychevy.com or at facebook.com/valleychevy. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. Chase Field, and there's Kirk Gibson. Man in charge of the Diamondbacks. Winning percentage. Third season. Skipper of the D-backs. Second full season. Manager of the year last year. Let's take a look at that Diamondbacks starting lineup. And it's Parr in the leadoff spot. Hill, Upton, Kubel. Montero hitting fifth. Overbay. Roberts, McDonald, and Miley. And Garza. What do you got on him, Gracie?
Well, he can stretch his back like that pretty well. I can tell you that much. That was very impressive. But a guy with very good stuff. He's got a fastball that he can run up there, 95, up to 95, 96 miles an hour. And he's just a steady guy. He's not a guy that can go deep into a game. He's gone exactly 6 innings his last 4 starts. So he's not a guy that you'd really consider a horse, a guy that can go deep in games, but he's a guy that keeps you in just about every game.
He's got a no-hitter in his career. He pitched that with Tampa Bay against Detroit back in July of 2010. Now here we go. Gerardo Parra in the lineup here today, playing center field and leading off, hitting .267. We're underway in the bottom of the first. Very nice, easy, and quick inning for Wade Miley.
And you're starting to expect that from him.
We get spoiled, don't we? Parra has hit very well in either the 1 or 2 spots in the batting order. He likes being up at the top of the order.
There's that blistering fastball from Garza right by Parra. A good fastball hitter.
30 games batting either leadoff or second. Parra has hit .316, and that's in 117 at bats. And he's 10 for 19 in his last 8 home games. And he fouls that one back. Garza's name has been bandied around in trade rumors. He and Dempster. He could probably bring a little bit to the Cubs. In fact, maybe a lot in a deal. Garza, highly touted. The shocking thing, though, you mentioned, Gracie, those 6 innings. You look at him as a guy who needs to go further than that.
Exactly.
Should go further than that.
His last 4 starts were, like I said, 6 innings, and the one prior to that was just 5 innings.
And then 3 before that. He'll just
missed.
Yeah, just missed. 1-0 in his career against the Diamondbacks. That was his start last season. 3 earned runs in 8 innings of work. So he worked 8 against the D-backs. Parr leading off. He's 1 for 3 against Garza. He'll be followed by Hill and Upton here in the last of the first. And it missed inside. Well, I woke up this morning, Gracie, and the Diamondbacks were a game over 500.
How about that?
First
It's been a while
since
since
May
we've
4th.
seen that. We talk about climbing atop Mount 500.
Yeah.
Well, they're one step above it right now. And in order to be considered a threat at all, you have to get it to at least 500.
And go from there.
Right. To be considered a player, you've got to be at least 500. Now you're in the conversation for postseason talk.
3-2 pitch to Parra leading off. And he walks. Good at bat by Parra. Yeah, some guys. Well, let's set the defense first for Chicago. They've got Soriano, DeJesus, and Johnson in the outfield. With Mather at third today, Castro, Barney, Baker at first, and Soto catching Garza. Different mindset when you are in that leadoff spot. Sometimes you may only lead off the ball game, but Parra, his concentration, we see him swing a lot early in the count. Managed to take more pitches, ends up getting the walk.
Yeah, he had another terrific at bat, and that kind of bucks a trend for Matt Garza. He's only walked 3 batters in his last 4 starts. So a great at bat there by Parra.
And he's on base here. Diamondbacks riding a 13-7 month of June. Only the Yankees are better in all of baseball, 15-5. Strike 1 to the on fire Aaron Hill. And even when this guy's been making outs, they've been laser beams, it seems like, caught by somebody.
He's another guy that we've just come to expect to start just hitting the ball hard every single at bat. Unfair, but hey, he's the one that did it to us.
That's right. Parr over at first base is stolen 10. He's been caught 3 times. He leads the Diamondbacks in steals. Hill since May 25th has hit .351 and has slugged .649. There goes the runner. Swinging a ground ball, hit towards short. Fielded by Castro. And he'll retire Hill. Looked like Parr had a pretty good jump.
Well, he had a huge jump. That had to be a hit and run. Usually a right-handed hitter can see that and go ahead and take the pitch. But you're also asking the guy to take a pitch on an 0-1 count. You know, I mean, that is a huge jump. But Parr is on second base as we speak, and Justin Upton, another hot hitter, with an opportunity.
Upton hitting .375 over his last 10 games. He's driven in 8 runs on this homestand over the last 5 games. He's had 9 RBIs over his previous 23. He's gotten to 30 now with 7 home runs. See what he's done in the series. And he'll look at a strike. Outfield plays him straight away. That ball is inside. Garza will have to pay attention to Parra at second. Don't think he would be running here in this situation, but he has stolen third from time to time, and pitcher doesn't pay him any mind. He'll take off. That'll miss outside. Well, last night a great sequence of pitches wasted by Upton, Gracie, and this was what resulted on the 8th pitch of the at-bat.
On the 8th pitch, kind of like on the 8th day. Home runs were created by Justin Upton. That was an amazing at-bat. Maybe some divine intervention in that one.
He's run the count to 2-1 here. He knew Garza was going to step off there. Barney was at the bag.
And that's what Parra brings to this lineup, especially when he gets on base. He just gets under the skin of an opposing pitcher. He had a great jump on Garza. And trust me, he's out there thinking steal third, but Barney's dogging him pretty good. And what that does, Greg, it just creates something else for Garza to be thinking about out there besides Justin Upton.
Yep.
And if you make a mistake to Justin, we've seen what he's been doing with those mistakes. And right now you saw him, he looked back at Parra 3, maybe even 4 times right there, and then delivered, missed. Now it's 3-1.
Stepped off previously, so he's gotten his attention. Parra's doing what he is supposed to do. There's a shot to the gap. Will it get down? Will it get down? Yeah. Parra coming around. He'll score. Diamondbacks lead 1-0 on an RBI single by Upton. Nine RBIs on this homestand.
Well, this is a situation where a hot hitter that's hitting home runs is up there. Now, what happens when you got a hot hitter that hits home runs? You got to play deep, center fielder and left fielder, and just a little pop like that because the guys are playing deep out in the outfield. Those things fall in. A good read there by Gerardo Parra, coming around to score, and the Diamondbacks just picking up right where they left off here last night. Long game last night. Don't tell these guys they look fresh today.
Well, you mentioned Garza doesn't walk very many, but he walked Parra, and he's already scored. Now outside to Kubel, another hot hitter. Since May 25th, he's hit .333. 22 RBIs here in the month of June, which is leading the National League. He had 23 back with Minnesota in 2010 in a month. He's almost at his career. He's hit the 300 mark in batting average.
We had a good rip at a fastball there. Fouled it straight back. Good pitch. Upton, another guy that we could be seeing on the move here shortly. One thing we know about Eric Young, the first base coach, he always seems to find some kind of a trigger mechanism on an opposing pitcher for these guys to get big jumps.
Justin gets back.
That's what these Diamondbacks have. They don't have a huge base stealer, but they got a lot of guys with speed. And because of that, once again, Garza with something else to think about besides the hitter Jason Kubel. Well, they got Justin.
Yep. And he'll be tagged out by Castro.
Looked like Justin took his eyes off of Garza. And when he took his eyes off of him, Garza got him.
So that erases a base runner. Let's see if we can see what happened.
Oh, he was just leaning. He was going. Just got a little too feisty and it cost him.
1-3-6. Caught stealing.
And in that situation, you want Justin Upton to be thinking aggressive, but you also have to realize that Jason Kubel's a hot hitter.
Yeah, Justin's in scoring position at first base,
Yeah.
the way Kubel's swinging the bat. And he breaks his bat, hits one foul. And Soto will run a new baseball out to Garza. Diamondbacks grabbed a lead here, a walk, a ground out, and an RBI single by that man Justin Upton.
In the pregame show, I was talking with Todd Walsh and Joe Borowski about all the little things Justin and the Diamondbacks have been doing well. That's one of the few little things that's gone awry on this homestand so far.
Not many. This has not been a homestand for pitchers faint of heart. Let me say, swing and a miss by Kubel. And the inning comes to an end. Diamondbacks get a run, though, and they take the lead. Justin Upton's single has given the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead after one here on a Sunday afternoon in the desert. Look forward to Miller time later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lights. As we go to the second inning, Wade Miley has a 1-0 lead. And an RBI single by Upton in the bottom of the first. Soriano, Baker, and Soto here, and a ground ball to first. Overbay is way off the bag.
Overbay must have been playing 50 feet.
Did you ever play that far over?
Yes, on guys like Gary Sheffield,
but
guys that were just dead pull hitters.
Yeah.
Yes, I played way over there. For every step, Greg, that you play away from the bag, you have to come in your depth-wise.
Right.
You have to get closer to the plate. So you see just how far Lyle Overbay is from first base on another pull-hitting right hand. That is, now, any ground ball, Lyle Overbay has to absolutely bust it to get over to first to be able to cover on a sharply hit ground ball. They'll have to wait for for Overbay to get over there. That's over there.
Yeah, they've been doing that quite a bit. There's a foul right side by Baker. He's over there again with Baker at the plate. So Miley's retired the first four here to start the day. There have been 3 ground ball outs and a strikeout. Baker again at first base this afternoon. That pitch is low. Swing and a
Good
miss.
fastball.
Well, you talk about the defense there and Overbay, but he and Goldschmidt combined fielding percentage coming into this ballgame, 995, 3 errors, and now 662 total chances.
Oh, my goodness. Where was that pitch?
Scott Berry didn't like it, did he?
Where was that pitch? Scott Berry's about the only guy in this stadium doesn't think that's a strike. 3-2.
A rare 3-2 count. Drive to right. Back goes up there, and he's there, and he's got it. On the warning track in front of the fence.
Nice play by Upton. He got a good break on that ball, galloped back to the track and made a nice play. Ball was hit hard.
He's played some good defense in this series.
He has.
Strong throws.
Indeed.
Here's Giovanni Soto. Catch it. Again, Del Swaim has stacked his lineup with right-handed hitters. The only lefty being the leadoff guy, David DeJesus. Soto homered here a couple of nights ago, and he hits this one to left. Got it off the end of the bat a little bit. Kubel tracks it down. Another very quick inning for Wade Miley. He's not breaking a sweat out there. Diamondbacks lead 1-0. Along with Mark Grace, Greg Schulte here at Chase Field. Matt Garza going through his warm-up routine. As we see Scott Berry, the home plate umpire there, Grace, you notice he and Wade Miley had a little conversation after that top of the second inning.
Yeah, and it was good to see. I think right as the last out was caught, Miley was walking off the field in the dugout, and Scott Berry just walked towards him and got about 10 feet from him and let him know, you know what, I missed that call. And Miley just, hey, no problem. And good for Scott Berry.
Yeah.
Just keeping in communication, just saying, hey, man, don't get upset with me. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not showing favoritism. He's just trying to be fair with him. Like, hey, keep throwing it there, and things will be different.
So here we go to the home half of the second inning. Montero, Overbay, and Roberts against Matt Garza, who walked Parr to lead off the bottom of the first inning. And after Hill grounded out, Parr taking second, Upton got Parr home with the game's lone run. Montero's another guy who is not swinging a hot bat right here. Montero's swinging a hot one right now. He's driven in 19 runs here in the month. Or check that, make it 21. Short and changing him a little bit. And he fouls one out play. Miggy also heating up with that stick. Last 4 games, he's gone 9 for 17 with a home run, and 9 of those runs batted in. You know, we're not yet at the halfway point of this season. That'll be game number 81. So you start stretching some of these numbers out. And with 9 games remaining,
it looks pretty good.
Yeah. Pitch outside. Montero's gotten ahead of Garza here to start off the bottom of the second. I think he's got some room out there on right center. They're playing him more toward left center. He fouls it back.
He took a shot to left center field there, but he came up empty.
Every time a Diamondback player hits a home run this season, Fulton Homes will donate $150 to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. So
there's been a lot of donations lately.
Yeah, you got that right. Diamondbacks now have hit 71 home runs this season going into today's game. There's a foul back again.
Garza tried to come inside with the fastball. He was fortunate with that one because he left it right out over the plate, and Miguel had a good rip at it.
Garza started his career with the Twins into Tampa Bay, now in his second year with Chicago. And those who are wondering how much longer, how many more days or maybe weeks he will be with the Cubs. And the count has run full on Montero, 3-2. Overbay on deck here. And then Roberts to follow. There's Lyle. Getting a start for Goldschmidt last night. Just missed out on the cycle. He had a triple, a home run, and a double. Payoff pitch coming to Miggy. And a shot to left, pretty well struck. Soriano back though, and right at the warning track. Hauls it in for the first out. Anytime the Diamondbacks score 6 runs or more, Taco Bell giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. the following day at participating locations. Well, if you've been taking advantage on this series, you're probably gaining some weight going to Taco Bell, right?
I guess you are very right.
Here's Overbay. Not too long ago, Lyle became proud papa for the 4th time as he fouls it back. First daughter, Audrey Lynn, born on June 5th.
I don't know if we got a shot, but some fan just made a spectacular play
up there in the upper deck.
Up in the upper deck, but we don't have it, so you'll just have to take my word for it, folks.
Best fielding fans in all of baseball right here at Chase.
Absolutely.
Overbay hitting a cool 361. He'll take that one that bounces up there from Matt Garza. Lyle's had 72 at bats on the season, 9 doubles. He's been a doubles machine throughout his career, along with 2 home runs, 10 runs batted in. He's had some big hits for the D-backs. You know, with the perfect compliment as he is to Paul Goldschmidt. There's a foul to the plate. I mean, Kirk Gibson, Don Baylor couldn't ask for a better combination, could they? Those 2 guys handling first base.
And they have been offensively and defensively just impeccable this year. You know, Goldschmidt now starting to get more and more playing time, and deservedly so. He is the guy. He needs to play at least 5-6 days a week.
Overbay will tell you that too.
And Lyle will tell you, yes, Paul, you need to play 5 or 6 times a week. But that keeps this keeps Overbay at his best too.
Lyle takes it high, 2-2 from Garza. Another nice crowd on hand here on a Sunday afternoon. It's 90. Well, it was 99 when we started this game outdoors. Of course, the roof and the panels are closed, and it was a very comfortable 76 indoors. 1-0 Diamondbacks lead on an Upton first inning single. I think when we started this homestand with the closed roof, it was 82. So it's come down 6 degrees over the stay. And now this ballpark will be idled for a week. Blowing inside 3-2. Boy, Diamondbacks at bats also have gotten very long on this homestand. Seeing a lot of pitches from the opposing starter, especially.
This is the 3rd full count. Really making these guys earn every time they get them out. Good pitch there, strike 3.
Second strikeout for Garza. So he gets over Bay. They'll bring up Roberts.
Now batting, my favorite player, third baseman, Brian Roberts.
Roberts hitting .244. 2 for 9 in the series. 29 runs batted in. And Mather at third base playing up, guarding against the bunt.
Good breaking ball there. Garza's got very good stuff. Hard thrower, good off-speed stuff.
He was 10-10 with the Cubs last year. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
He's starting to really like that slider now. Can't say I blame him. He's throwing some good ones.
He won 15 for Tampa Bay back in 2010. 15-10 that year. He's 0-2 on Roberts, retiring the first 2 here in the inning. And strike 3.
Again.
Yep. Roberts slings the bat away. 3 strikeouts, 2 in the inning for Garza. And after 2, D-backs and Miley lead 1-0.
The top of the third, and we want to welcome in the Fox Sports Arizona Fan Express presented by Fry's. The bus came in today from Yuma. 22 fans on board, able to take advantage of this great opportunity to come on over, come down to Chase Field on a bus, and of course won a spot by registering at Fry's or on foxsportsarizona.com. I'm joined by Penny and David. You guys made the trek. Penny, how was the ride?
It was delightful, and it beat driving 6 ways from Sunday. It was fantastic.
David, you've been to games before, obviously.
Several, yes, ma'am. We want to thank Fox Sports Arizona and Fry's Marketplace for bringing us up here. It was great.
Besides the obvious that you don't actually physically have to drive, what were some of the perks, some of being with some of the other fans?
Oh, it's just nice chatting with other fans on the way up, talking about our favorite players and things. We had a really fun time, even for being early on a Sunday morning.
That's the thing, is you do have to get up a little bit early, but of course, same thing if you would drive.
We got to meet the Diamondback girls, too. That was kind of cool. Fox Sports girls.
Absolutely. Danielle and Mallory were on the trip as well. Well, enjoy the game. I know you guys are diehard fans. Penny, you actually have a story regarding the World Series, right?
Oh, yes. The very last game of the World Series, we were watching it in Yuma, Arizona, and our power went out. Oh, no. And we ran out to the car and turned on the radio in the car to listen to the rest of the game.
Well, okay. Well, at least you got to do that. No question about that. You could hear Greg Schulte, of course, on the call that
yes,
day,
we
right?
did. It was exciting. It's all get out.
All right, guys, thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of the time. We want to let the fans know you can register to win a spot to come up from Tucson. The next Fan Express will be July 29th when the Diamondbacks take on the Mets. The bus coming up from Tucson, you can register at Fry's or on the website, foxsportsarizona.com. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Jody. Did I get excited in Game 7 of Gracie?
Oh, yes, you got very excited. I know I did.
Yeah, we all did. There's a little looper foul on the outfield line by Joe Mather. Darwin Barney started this inning with a single to center, the first base runner, first hit against Wade Miley, who had retired the side in the first 2 innings. Now Mather and then Garza, and then around to the top of the order to Jesus. Ball and a strike. Mather, the other ball game on Friday, started in center field. He's starting at third base today. High fly ball, left field. Kubel back, gonna get it. Makes a catch. Barney tags and he holds
better
on.
Put on the brakes, son. A lot of people don't understand because Jason Kubel's been in the American League his entire career. A lot of people don't realize just how good and accurate of an arm Jason Kubel possesses. Darwin Barney just found out. I'm going to tag up. And then once he sees this rope come in on one hop, he put on the brakes and scampered back. I'm going. Whoa, no, I'm not going.
He's only thrown out 9, Jason Kubel, this year. Here's Garza now. Showing bunt. Takes pitch outside, ball 1. Roberts is charging from third. Garza, 23 at bats. He does have 2 hits, but 18 strikeouts. 3 sacrifice bunts. Swung at that one, missed it. Showing bunt again, and he pushes it, but it goes foul. That's strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It'd be big if Miley could get him out without the sacrifice being successful.
And it would take an extra base hit to tie up the ball game.
He'll be going for a strikeout here. Probably keep something low, so if Garza is attempting a bunt again, maybe foul it. And he's out. Throw down to second, though, is not in time as Montero threw from his knees.
What a really good jump there by Barney. So there's your sacrifice, even though you get the strikeout.
The third inning brought to you by Miller Lite. Visit local retailers. Text road trip to the Miller Taste team at 620-620 for your chance to win one of 3 interdivision rival flyway trips this summer. Now you got lefty on lefty, though, Gracie. DeJesus against Miley. But that runner, as you said, is now in scoring position.
Yeah, he got a very good jump with good speed. Barney got himself into scoring position as Garza struck out.
So the tying run represented by Darwin Barney. Ooh, well undressed on that one.
I also want to point out again just how important that throw from Kubel into second base, keeping Barney there and making Garza still have to bunt. Being on second base, Garza might have been able to swing away and drive him in himself. Instead, he was up there to bunt because Kubel made such a good throw.
And a ground ball fielded by Hill. On the backhand, throws him out, so that runner's stranded in scoring position. And we'll head to the bottom of the third inning. Diamondbacks still on top of the Cubbies. 1-0. for this 1-0 ball game. And nice crowd on hand here on a Sunday, and it's time to welcome in our kidcaster, Megan Matthews, presented by Sanderson
Megan.
Ford.
Hi.
How are you? You can look at that camera right there, and everybody out in Arizona can see you.
Hey.
Are you
going
having
on?
fun?
Yeah, I am.
You happy to be here?
Yes.
Big time Diamondback fan?
Yeah, definitely.
Who's your favorite player?
Ryan Roberts.
Ryan Roberts. Yeah, he's pretty hot, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did a nice interview with Ryan before the ball game.
Oh, did you? How'd that go?
It went really well.
Yeah?
Yeah. He has really pretty eyes, by the
And
way.
you know what? I noticed that too. He has really pretty eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's learn a little bit about Megan here. She is 14 years. You don't mind having your age up there, right?
No.
Some ladies, when they get a
I
little
was
bit
going to say, when you're 14, it's not a problem yet.
So you got Amanda that's 19, Todd Jr. is 17. We see Ryan Roberts. You like the Cardinals. Glee.
I do too. Glee, okay.
What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Cheese pizza. I'm just normal.
You don't like the extra stuff, huh?
No, not really.
Yeah, I like all. You put on all kinds of stuff on it. I got very little self-control. What'd you do in the Bahamas?
Well, we went on a cruise, and then we went to Nassau, went to downtown, and
Nice.
then we went to this private island, too.
Man, you must be rich.
No.
I mean, private island. Is your last name Trump?
No.
Okay, are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. I was going to say.
So have you always been a big baseball fan?
Yeah, because when my parents got into it, I got into it with them, so,
Well, it's been a fun time here in LA. Diamondbacks scoring a lot of runs.
yeah.
Ryan Roberts has been a big contributor. I know you like that. This is John McDonald to lead things off here for the Diamondbacks. He'll be followed by Wade Miley and Gerardo Parra against Matt Garza.
Where do you go to school, Megan?
I am going to Perry High School.
Which one?
Perry High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that's in Gilbert.
That's out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's out in Gilbert. Perry High School. Are you guys the Panthers?
Pumas.
Pumas. I
Pumas.
knew it had to be with a P. The Pumas.
Wow. I don't think I've ever heard that mascot. The Pumas.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have to wear the shoes? No. No, I mean that's not a prerequisite to go to Perry High School.
No, not
Okay.
at all.
Well, I think it should.
Absolutely. Why not, right?
No, it'd look ridiculous.
Johnny Mack is out on strikes, and they'll have to throw him out here at first base. Do you attend a lot of Diamondback games, or get here when you can?
Usually the weekends with my parents.
That's
so.
good. That's good. 15th year of Diamondbacks baseball already. That's hard to believe, isn't it, Grayson? 15 years.
Since before you were born.
Yeah.
Maybe. Now, since you go to private islands and stuff like that, I'm sure you guys probably have a really nice suite somewhere here in
No,
the,
we
here in the
don't.
stadium. No?
No.
Okay, like you probably sit with Warren Buffett and those kind of people. You probably don't know who,
No,
who
I
he
don't.
is, do you? Just for all you folks my age and above, you guys know who he is. He's like the wealthiest man in the country.
Wow.
Yeah. I wish he was my friend. I really do.
Wade Miley takes the strike. Wade's got 10 hits this year. Would you care to do any play-by-play?
No.
No?
I'm good.
I bet you'd be good at it.
Well, that's what you're up here for.
Have some fun. This is Wade Miley.
You like Wade Miley? He's been doing really good this year.
Yeah, he is.
He chops this one. Picked up by Soto, and he throws him out, so 2 quick outs. So what do you want to do when you finish college?
Well, I want to be a pediatrician.
A pediatrician.
Pediatrician,
Yeah.
good for you.
Because you like little kids?
Yeah.
Good.
She was a little kid.
Yeah, that's right. She wants to help him along.
If you're going to help me out, you probably need to go to veterinary school or something like that. Don't you think?
Isn't that for pets?
Yeah, I'm like you probably
Mark is definitely a little kid.
barnyard animal.
We're all little kids when we watch baseball, aren't we? They're little kids on the field having fun playing a game. Boy, look where Mather is here, Grayson.
How'd you like to be that third baseman down there?
Whew.
He was right up there. He might take one right in the teeth. He's so close.
I guarantee you Parr will try and hit one by him down the line if he can. And with 2 men out. Garza has really started to settle in since the Diamondbacks got that first inning run. Parr walked to start that inning in the first, and then he scored on the base hit by Upton. Again, we're visiting with Megan Matthews. She is our Sanderson Ford kidcaster up here in the booth. She's had a fun day. And It culminates with a visit to the broadcast booth.
So you're the youngest of three, right?
Yes,
Do you get picked on by Amanda and Todd Jr.?
Yeah, a lot.
Like bad?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, Gracie, you had a brother or sister?
I had an older brother. Yeah,
See, I was the only child.
I was the youngest. I was the youngest, so I got picked on a lot. I kind of just walked around with a perma wedgie. That's what little brothers, big brothers do to little brothers, unfortunately. But it's going to be okay, because you know what? Here pretty soon, they'll be off to college and the house is yours.
Oh yeah, I'm
yeah,
excited.
It's going to be awesome. That's awesome. That's big league. You'll like it.
Parra strikes out swinging, and Garza is rolling here. He's got 5 strikeouts. Well, Megan Matthews.
Megan, it was fun.
We had fun. Did you have fun?
Yes.
All right. Thanks for being up here.
Bye, sweetie.
Bye.
There's her favorite player. Let's take a look at our key to the game, brought to you by Kia Motors. What you got for us, Tracy?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Greg. It's it's a little corny, but it's time to go the extra mile, Lee. Yeah, because if you want to sweep these guys, it looks like the opposing pitcher, Matt Garza, has got his good stuff now. He's settled in nicely, so they're going to have to go the extra mile, Lee, today if they're going to expect to sweep this thing and carry some big momentum into a road trip. Atlanta and Milwaukee. So, Miley makes me smiley. That's a good one. I like that sign.
There'll be more.
He's been making his manager and bosses smile a lot too, hasn't he?
He sure has. It is Johnson, Castro, and Soriano here in the Cubs' 4th. And they foul out of play and quickly strike 2. Johnson struck out his first time up. 2 strikeouts for Miley. Gracie mentioned about Garza rolling. He struck out 5. And 4 of the last 5 batters he's faced. So the offense momentarily silenced here at Chase today after the offensive explosion through the front 5 games of this homestand. The Cubs have had a lot of problems against left-handers this year. 3-15.
Oh dear. We're going all the way back to the St. Louis Browns. Oh, my goodness.
There's a ground ball chopped to short.
So they've been historically bad against left-handed pitchers thus far.
It's 5 ground ball outs for Miley. And that's 1 out of the inning. Here's Castro. Castro grounded to McDonald his first time up. He takes his time walking to the plate. Youngest player ever to lead the National League in hits. He had 207 in the 2011 season. One ball, no strikes. Castro, 22 years old. And drawn down, and that's a foul ball down third base way. Time now for our Nissan text poll question. We'll sneak it in on the foul ball. Why not? Favorite part of the homestand? Hitting, pitching. Remember those two hits by Ziegler and Hernandez? How about Ichiro getting to a little history? 2,500 career hits. A lot of good things on this horse.
How about just I've said this before, Greg, and talk about Ichiro. He's got what 2,500 hits in the
how many in
the
Japan?
major leagues, and then you have to play 10 years in Japan. I think he got close to 1,300, close to 1,300 in Japan.
He's closer to 4,000. He is 3,000.
And that's what I was saying. If he had played all 10 of those years, now you only play 140 game seasons in Japan. That not those extra 22 games.
Right.
So now that's what an extra 220 games he would have played. You put him in the major leagues for all those years. He's right there with Rose, if you ask me.
Yeah,
he would be threatening Pete Rose.
Last year, 2011, was his first season in the major league. Ground ball chopped to short here. McDonald throws out Castro. But last year, Gracie, getting back to Ichiro, and then we'll get off that, but that was one of the topics up there, was the first year he did not accumulate 200 hits in a season. He broke in 01. He was not only the Rookie of the Year, he was the MVP of the American League in 2001. That's how good he has been.
He is the, Pete Rose is the all-time hit king. Ichiro is the modern-day hit king.
Miley's going to like this inning. 2 ground balls to McDonald, huh?
That's the guy you want to chop it to if you're Wade Miley.
Here's Soriano now, and he takes a pitch down low. Miley has thrown just over 40 pitches, and 41 to be exact. 30 of those have been strikes.
Miley using the slider exclusively here against Soriano. 3 of them to get to 1 and 2.
He's had 2 1-2-3 innings. Only 1 base runner for the Cubs. That was Barney. The single.
Couldn't get him to chase the high fastball. Good effort, though, from Miley.
The count is even on 2-2. And a foul back. We'll join you next in Atlanta, Georgia. And that'll come on Tuesday. Diamondbacks opening a road trip that will take them to Atlanta for 3 and then on to Milwaukee for 3. Diamondbacks will be back home here on July 2nd. 3 with San Diego and 4 games over that weekend just preceding the All-Star break with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It'll be good. Late call a timeout. Got under Miley's skin. Well, here we'll do it again. Youngster and an old vet going at it here. Miley against Soriano.
I'm sure you did that a few times with some youngsters. You're smiling. The wily old veteran. Swing and a miss. Miley said, okay, I'll soft toss this one, see if you can hit it.
How impressive has he been lately? Mercy, Wade Miley.
Diamondbacks still lead at 1-0. Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you in part by Nissan. Get to Nissan now for great offers across our full lineup. Visit ChooseNissan.com or your local dealer now. And by Gila River Casinos, proud partner of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Along with Mark Grace, Greg Schulte. Here at Chase Field, Jody Jackson alongside. Diamondbacks leading the Chicago Cubs 1-0. As we go to the bottom of the fourth inning, it's going to be Hill, Upton, and Kubel against Matt Garza, who has started to lock in now after a semi-rocky first inning. He walked Parra, which is unusual. He doesn't walk many. That was to lead things off. Hill then grounded out, and Upton got him home with a single. Upton, the only hit against Garza. In fact, each team with just one hit thus far. A little different than the last 5 games here.
We were kind of expecting this to be a low-scoring ball game, but right now both pitchers just dominant.
Hill grounded to short first time up. He takes strike one. Diamondbacks have gone 13-6 over their last 19 games, 9-1 in their last 10 home games. They've had 2 sweeps this year. The opening series of the season against San Francisco. Swing and a miss by Hill, and they swept Oakland back on June 8th through the 10th. But they have won 5 consecutive home series, including this one.
Yeah, Garza on top of his game now. Now it's up for Diamondbacks. If they do get a mistake at all, they can't let him get away with it, because he is really throwing the ball right where he wants to now.
Well, batting leaders since May 25th. Look at all the yellows. Those are Diamondbacks. Goldschmidt, Hill, Bloomquist, Kubel. It's the top 10.
Joey Votto seems to be there like constantly.
Look at that, 462.
Amazing.
He's almost getting 5 hits for every 10 at bats. That's how hot he is. Popped up on the infield. Garza calls for it. He'll be called off the last second by Castro.
Well, if you're hitting the road this season, take the Diamondbacks with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Diamondbacks out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit dbacks.com to order. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere.
I wonder how Joe Borowski feels about pitchers not catching those pop-ups like that.
Well, it was one of those things where, as a first baseman, you're taught to call off the pitcher and all that. But my rule of thumb with it is, if the pitcher is camped underneath it and I'm going to have to make a running catch, let him catch it. I mean, he's still a major league player. He ought to be able to catch a pop-up.
And he was called off at the very last second, and it was a running catch in by Castro. Here's Upton, who drove in the run. Ball and a strike. Garza feeling very comfortable right now. And he's locked in a tight duel here with Wade Miley. No margin for error for either pitcher. And Justin lays off. 2 balls and a strike. We talked about it last night, Gracie, and we saw it right there. That might have been a pitch a couple of weeks ago Justin was chasing.
Absolutely. And he finds himself, and because of that, he finds himself in many more 2-0, 3-1 counts. That's when you do your damage. That was just a dandy pitch right there from Garza. Boy, he's got a good slider this afternoon.
Really good. 2-2 count. Take a look. Watch it slide right down. See it dropped out of the zone.
Man.
But that hitter has only a split second to make up his mind. Kubel on deck here. See if Upton can get on ahead of him. Into right center, and that ball is going to be caught out there by Reed Johnson for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the Diamondback fourth. Here's Jason Kubel. If you're wondering how the Dodgers and the Giants are doing today, they're early like this one. Dodgers are 2-2 in Anaheim with the Angels. That game's in the 5th. Now the Giants with a 2-1 lead over Oakland in the bottom of the 4th. The two teams ahead of the Diamondbacks in the West. The Diamondbacks are charging. I guarantee you they've gotten the attention of both the Dodgers and Giants right now, Gracie.
Yeah. I think it'll get even tighter and tighter as we go on. Diamondbacks playing much better baseball. Dodgers starting to come back to the pack a little bit.
Yeah.
Giants they're in every game because of that doggone pitching staff they have.
Well, they got Matt Cain on the hill today. Want to know on Jason Kubel. 45 runs batted in now on the year. There's a strike.
Beautiful fastball, 94 miles an hour.
There are the standings. Rockies and the Padres way back. Oh, beauty. Wow. Garza having his way right now.
Well, that is just a thing of beauty right there.
He's retired 9 in a row. Trying to make it 10. Ahead of Kubel 1-2. And a fly ball to left. These two are teammates in Minnesota for a while. Soriano puts it away. 10 in a row set down by Garza. Wade Miley back to the hill in the 5th. He's got a 1-0 lead. Cubs 1-0 D-backs lead. Fun times with the RamTrucks.tv pool. Great place to watch a game. They're having fun out there.
Nice place to take in a game there. It's been
good luck getting
full
a ticket
every
out
year,
there.
or every day this year. What we got there?
Almost looks like, what was the name of the Montreal Expo?
Yuppie.
He was more orange though, right?
He got on my nerves.
There's a foul out of place, strike one. You've been out there in the pool, and I mean with the long ball.
Yeah, a couple times as a matter of fact.
First one ever.
Back in my Cub days.
Yeah. Well, let's reminisce. Let's go back to Gracie's leaner years. That is strikeout number 5. There's a drive to deep right field. Way back goes Mullins. Look out, pool area.
That was your call, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess I was doing TV that night.
Well, that's always flattering to see. He's got his glove with him. He's waiting for one.
Do you know who wore 17 before you wore for the Cubs?
For the Cubs, 17 really wasn't worn much.
Really?
In Cubs lore. Before me, it's been worn since then, certainly. But
they probably have it in the media again.
Fontenot wore it there for a while.
Aha, Cubs uniform by the numbers. 17. Matt Garza wore it last year. Fontenot, Felix P.A., John Mabry. The foul. Adam Greenberg.
That's what I'm saying. Not many.
The first to wear it was a pretty good one. Lon Warnicki back in 1932. But they don't give a list. I mean, they've had so many players that for these numbers over the years, they stop after about the last 5. Swing and a miss. Game to chase on what would have been ball 4. And Miley chucks up strikeout number 4. Baker's out to start the 5th.
It's always a good start to your inning. What would have been ball 4 ends up being strike 3. And what happens there, Greg, is you condition these hitters. They know you're going to be around the plate. Miley hasn't walked anybody today. He's hardly walked anybody all year. So these hitters know that, and they expect it to be in the strike zone on 3 and 2.
And even when you make a mistake, they're going after it.
Absolutely, they're swinging. You've conditioned these hitters.
0-1 the count on Soto. Always a threat, though, at the plate. Check swing, no swing. And I'm sure word gets around among the umpires, too, when they talk. Hey, this Miley guy, he throws a lot of strikes. He works fast. Umpires love that stuff.
Of course. They know.
Ground ball hits a short. That's Johnny Mack. Got plenty of time to get Soto and does. 2 outs in the inning. Well, these pitchers right now are dealing.
Yeah, and that's the thing in these 1-0 games or just 1-run games. Every pitch is huge. All it takes is one mistake to lose you a ball game.
Now Darwin Barney, he's the only mistake that Miley has made. The only man to reach with a single in the 3rd inning. And you really can't say it was a mistake. Each team with a hit here. Got a dandy going on a Sunday afternoon at Chase. Strike.
He's just strike 1 all day. That's hard on a hitter.
There's a ground ball to short. McDonald had just moved a couple of steps to his left. Retreats and gets Barney to end the inning. Johnny Mack has been busy. Diamondbacks with a 1-0 lead.
Hey, KT.
Diamondback Executive Vice President, General Manager earlier this week on Arizona Sports 620. I still believe that it's a better club than it was last year. I'll stick my head out there, but we're going to make the playoffs. We got a run in this, and it's going to happen. Well, the man who presented us with those words joins us in the booth right now. How you doing, KT?
Doing
What's
good,
going
Greg.
on?
Just watching a good baseball game. Good pitching duel right now.
Been a fun homestand, hasn't it?
It has. When you win, it's always fun. Enjoy these kinds of homestands.
You know, with all the offense, kind of fun. It's close, and obviously you'd like to have a bigger lead right now, but it's fun watching a good pitcher's duel, isn't it?
Well, it is. It's a good, quick game. The tempo's good on both sides. Garza got locked in after the first inning. It's typical Wade. You know, he gets the ball, attacks, and I think fans like these kind of. This is old school baseball.
Wow, you're a former pitcher too. Of course, you love this.
Love it.
For the Diamondbacks here, it's going to be Montero, Overbay, and Roberts.
What's your take on Garza? He's a good one, isn't he?
He is. You know, he's just never really been on a winner. You know, I mean, he's always struggled. He hasn't had really a lot of offensive support, but You know, he's got 3 pitches. He's got a plus fastball that he can locate, a very good breaking ball. If you look at him historically, each and every year, I mean, very, very consistent starter. And when he gets on, he's tough to score on again.
I would imagine he's being shown a lot of interest around the National League, American League. People are going to want a guy like this for the stretch run, aren't they?
Well, I think the Chicago Cubs need this guy too, probably going forward. It's kind of a guy to build your rotation around. I know that Theo probably knew he was probably a year or 2 away from contending, but if they're able to lock him up, it'd be a nice guy to have in your rotation to kind of set things forward.
Swing and a miss by Montero, 1-2. The trade deadline, of course, July 31st. Do you think there'll be earlier activity? Teams trying to jump ahead of the other guys?
Well, you know, I would say with the 2 wild cards right now, there's probably going to be a lot of activity. It's just probably more activity the ones that are leading the division, because I think what a lot of clubs are going to look at, if you're a wild card team, it potentially can only be 1 game, you know, and you really want to give up a lot, you know, for 1 game.
That's the 6th strikeout for Matt Garza. Stephen Drew playing at Double-A Mobile, and right now, if everything goes okay, he could possibly join the club on Wednesday in Atlanta.
Hopefully on Wednesday. He's going to play today and tomorrow. Hopefully recovery day on Tuesday, and if all goes well, he comes out of these 2 games. Wednesday he'll be back in the lineup.
Well, the prospect watch, as you are well seen right here, Trevor Bauer pitched for Reno today. The Diamondbacks have just placed Joe Saunders on the disabled list, and they are looking for a starter on Thursday. Speculation is going to begin, KT, looking at those numbers. 2 2/3 innings today for Bauer, 50 pitches. He is a candidate, I would guess, on Thursday to pitch for the Diamondbacks.
Well, most definitely. And the reason we did pull him, we didn't have to make a decision for a couple more days, and we've still got Josh Coleman that we could go to, and figured just to cut him short that way. He's got a nice little tune-up, and if we decide he's the guy, he'll be ready come Thursday. So I'll let you guys do all the speculating you want. I think we got a pretty good idea what we're going to do.
Yeah.
It's fun to speculate.
How about the job Coleman did for you the other night in a really tough situation?
That's what he did for us last year early when he was in the bullpen, and then got a chance to start and came through big time. He's a very valuable guy to this pitching staff.
And give it up to the whole bullpen this series.
They've done a remarkable job. You know, it's tough when starter goes out early, doesn't even toe the rubber, and you got to go to your pen right away. And yesterday again, Ian wasn't able to get through the 5th, and these guys have been out there a lot and grinding it hard. And hopefully Wade will be able to give us 8 or 9, and we'll give these guys a little bit of a blow with an off day coming up tomorrow.
Getting back to Trevor Bauer, KT, what are there concerns at all about his amount of walks as far as you're concerned?
Well, when you talk to Trevor, there's good walks and bad walks.
Right, I've read that. I've never known any really good walks.
Yeah, I never really cared for him much myself, but he's got electric stuff, and hopefully when he gets up here, the game's a little bit quicker. There's going to be much better lineups that he's faced, and he's going to have to be a little bit more efficient. He's been able to. We challenged him at Double-A, Triple-A, and this will be a big challenge for him. But I think he'll figure it out. And,
he's a smart kid.
Yeah,
very smart kid. He's a baseball junkie, and very student of the game. And but there'll be a learning curve,
sure,
no doubt.
We're talking about trades. Evidently, Kevin Youkilis has been traded to the White Sox.
Saw that earlier.
Brent Littlebridge, one of the players going to Boston.
How about the guy in the batter's box? Did you see this coming when you brought him back this year?
Well, he had some big hits for us last year. I'll never forget that one against Halladay in Philadelphia. And what a super guy. What he's done for Goldschmidt to kind of put Goldschmidt at ease, and understands his role, which is good when you got a veteran bench player. And I'm kind of shocked nobody's called about this guy. Not that I would be looking to move him, but all he does is produce.
He chops one to short. Castro's got, throws him out. 2 quick outs here in the 5th inning. Again, we're visiting with Kevin Towers, Executive Vice President, General Manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'll bring up Ryan Roberts. Well, it's a big road trip coming up. A couple of tough places to play in Atlanta and Milwaukee, but I think the team's up for the task now. They've gotten back over 500 and really playing some good baseball.
Well, I think it's one of our last East Coast swings, and going back to Milwaukee is always tough.
Yeah.
Last year,
tough place to win.
Yeah, it's a tough place to win. It was tough last year in the playoffs, but hopefully we got some momentum going right now. It'll be nice to get an off day, give our bullpen a little bit of a breather. Atlanta, pounded on us pretty good when they were here at our place, so hopefully we can do the same when we get to Atlanta.
I was surprised. We looked at their home record. Atlanta is 15-17 at home this year. They play much better baseball on the road.
They still got some pitching.
Oh,
though.
yeah.
Some good pitching.
Roberts hits one into right. Pretty well hit, but it's going to be caught out there by Reed Johnson. KT, thanks for the visit.
Thanks.
Let's keep rolling.
Let's keep doing it.
All right, Kevin Towers with us. We thank him for stopping to the booth. Diamondbacks continue to lead 1-0.
I got to lose this race.
Responsibility.
Well, it's Miley and Garza here, each team with one hit, and each pitcher in this ball game through the first 5 innings has set the side down in order 1, 2, 3. The only blemish in this ball game came for the Diamondbacks in the first inning when they got the run off Garza. A walk, an out, and a single by Justin Upton. This pitch fouled out of play by Joe Mather leading off against Miley. Here is Miley working in the sixth, Gracie. He's at 61 pitches.
This Joe Mather gets his rips.
Yeah.
But you're right, just so efficient again.
Almost outside. Now the 60 pitches thrown through the first 5 innings by Miley. 44 strikes.
Golly.
And a line drive, speared by Roberts before it hit the ground, one away. Well, one out. Let's take a look at our high-speed pitch brought to you by CenturyLink. Let's see what we got here. Garza's hit 95, Miley 92. Here's Garza, who struck out his first time up in a bunt situation. Miley has struck out 4. Garza now 24 at bats this year, has fanned 19 times, but he does have 2 hits. Ooh, big rip.
Oh, he's trying. He's trying to tie up the score. He's like, man, my other guys in the lineup can't score right now, so I might as well try and tie it up.
I love KT, huh? Well, you guys can speculate. I'm speculating.
I'll speculate.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him there.
Yeah. We might see Trevor Bauer on Thursday. Again, 2 2/3 innings for Reno today. Limited him to 50 pitches just in case. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I guarantee you, when this kid starts pitching to the big leagues, he's going to, especially in this ballpark, he'll put some people in the seats. Swing and a miss by Garza, and that's strikeout number 5. Here's today's APS Energy Assist. Your energy savings play could put you in the D-backs dugout. Take the challenge at APS.com/Energy All-Star. 2 quick outs here for Miley. And here is De Jesus. He's grounded out twice to Aaron Hill, the second baseman. Strike one.
Again. Just time after time, hitter after hitter, 0-1. Yeah, it's becoming that way, isn't it?
Yeah. What a good story.
Party time. Excellent. Strike two.
There's been a lot of those too.
Golly. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
Both these pitchers today have been a lot of fun to watch. The offense has been great and certainly exciting this whole homestand, but I love an old-fashioned pitcher's duel like this too.
Did you like playing them too?
Yeah, heck yeah. You feel like, man, if you get a hit today,
yeah, you're doing so.
You're feeling like, man, I am so much better than anybody else.
And because the pitcher's so good, I mean, you're really locked in defensively also.
Absolutely. You know that it's, these outs just come so quickly that when you get a base runner, it's like, whoa, I have to be in the stretch? What's going on? Both teams with one hit. Strike three.
6 strikeouts for Miley, 2 in the inning. Another 1-2-3 Cub inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 6. All right, John McDonald will lead it off. 1-0 D-back. We take a look at a 1-0 ball game. Diamondbacks leading the Cubs. And how about this? The two pitchers. Not a lot going on. There is on the mound. These two guys are dealing. Wade Miley and Matt Garza. Miley will swing the bat this inning. He'll bat second following McDonald. But a lot of strikes thrown by these two pitchers. And limited offense today after a ton of runs through the first 5 games of this homestand. John McDonald steps in. A strikeout victim, his first time up. Garza has fanned 6. Miley has fanned 6. Be nice to see Johnny and Matt get on here. Let Miley move him up on a bunt, get him maybe another chance to score. But that's going to be a pop up to the right fielder Johnson at first base. Pitch one out. Be sure to check out Matt Williams in my own words today after the ball game. And with that, here is today's Matt Mania. AT&T Tribute Question.
That's sad that this is the last one of Matt Mania.
5-time All-Star. How many did he start? I'm going to say all 5.
Well, that was kind of a
you go next.
Extended buzzer. All we know and we love Matt. Was he the best defensive third baseman you ever saw?
Well, play on a regular basis.
Or was it a Brooks Robinson? Or
I didn't see Brooks play every day as a kid, as you did not either. But as far as watching a guy every day in and day out, yeah, I mean, Matty.
Ken Caminiti was awfully good.
He was good. Ron Santo was a good defender with the Cubs. I mean, there have been some good ones over the year. Swing and miss by Marley, 7 strikeouts for Garza now, and 2 quick outs. But Matty, he played shortstop originally.
Came up as a shortstop. I played against him when he was at UNLV. He was a all-everything shortstop.
We did, when I was broadcasting Arizona State games years ago, and Matt was still playing at UNLV, ASU went up there and played a doubleheader, and they played 7 innings.
Oh, okay.
And both, as quickest doubleheader I ever saw in my life. I think both, the wind's always blowing.
Sure.
And pouring out, but Matty played short in both those games, and I think the two teams split, and they played the combined doubleheader in like 3.5 hours.
No kidding. Well, Matt also played shortstop for the old Phoenix Firebirds, didn't he?
Sure did.
When Phoenix was a AAA ball club.
Yep. Phoenix Municipal Stadium. Matt Mania.
Is that where they played? They played at Phoenix Muni?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't at Old Scottsdale Stadium?
No.
Okay. That was where I'm mixing that up.
There were some hot times at that old ballpark. Phoenix Muni. 1 ball, 1 strike. You can imagine just playing an entire Diamondback schedule outside.
Man, well, think about the AAA Tucson for all those years.
Yeah.
They were feeling it.
Yeah. They're back there again. Padres AAA swing and miss by Parra. This is some kind of a well-pitched game.
This is both guys out there right now in just a lounge chair. Just making it look simple.
Fortunately for Parra, he led off the bottom of the first inning with a walk and scored the only run. Well, the base hit by Upton. The Diamondbacks only hit. Cubs have only 1 hit. That's high.
Still got a lot of speed on that fastball. Garza's only at 78 pitches. I mean, he's in complete command right now, Greg. That guy is too. Good stuff.
I'm sure the scouts down below us are watching with interest as Garza pitches here. As we've mentioned, his name has been bandied about in trade rumors. There's a fly ball deep down the left field line. One run Soriano over there. He won't get it. Bounces against the fence. Parra turns second. He'll get to third. Soriano going to get it back in. And Parra's at third base with a 2-out triple. He hit that ball a long way into the corner as a left-handed batter.
And it is a little quirky down in these corners at Chase Field. And Alfonso Soriano finds that out. He takes a hanging breaking ball, one of the very few mistakes that Garza's made here this afternoon, and he just drives it about 329 feet right down the left field line. And then it hits, and now the race is on. Parra going all the way to third.
It's his second triple of the year. Now a chance for Aaron Hill.
Well, right now it seems like if you could find a way to plate this one, 2 runs seems almost insurmountable the way Wade Miley's pitching. But boy, wouldn't it be nice to get?
Boy, would it indeed. Hill has grounded to short. He's popped to short. Well, a few times today, a pitcher's been out of the stretch. Ooh, nice pitch. Left it up maybe a little bit, but Hill took it. 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Diamondbacks now have doubled the hit total of the Cubs. It's 2-1. And the Diamondbacks trying for that second run of this game.
Once again, Parra just finding a way to get under an opponent's skin.
He forced a balk earlier this year when he was at third base. Do it again, Gerardo. I remember when everybody speculated, how are you going to get all these at-bats for Upton and Young and Kubel and Parra? Parra's at 190 at-bats on the year. 2-2 now on Aaron Hill.
Right in on the hands of Aaron Hill. Tied him up. Garza still right where he needs to be. And just got to try to find a way to put it in play, maybe scrape some kind of a bloop or a little maybe infield hit, but got to make it a 2-0 ball game.
Ground ball down to third. That is a fair ball drop by Mathers. Here's a throw. Safe. Run is in. Right behind the bag at third. Mather had it pop out of the glove. By the time he grabbed it and picked it up, it was too late at first. Parr's triple. Hill reaching here on the Diamondbacks. Now lead it 2-0.
That's a tough play for Mather. I don't know if that's going to go as a hit or an error. It's going as a hit, and I agree with that.
Too.
This is a tough play. It's hit hard on the backhand side. Hill running hard all the way. He beats the throw. Boy, these Diamondbacks just got a big insurance run. And once again, Aaron Hill, the provider.
And Barrera in his 35th run batted in. Look at Parra. Yeah. I'm with you. That was a tough play for Mather.
And Parra showing me a lot. Going to third base, not stopping at second and counting his doubles. Going to third base. If he's on second base, he doesn't score there.
Now Upton swings and misses. Justin drove in the first run of this ball game with a first inning single that scored Parra. So Parra scored both runs. We talk about him getting inserted into that lineup, making things happen.
Having him a banana there, a little potassium to go out for the last few innings. Go ahead, and that might be the biggest bite of a banana I've ever seen.
He could barely chew it.
Oh my goodness.
1-1.
That was Kobayashi-esque right there.
That's coming up, isn't it? 4th of July, don't they hold that contest?
Well, you just can't get away with anything anymore.
No.
Cameras just catch you. It's all right. He earned it.
Hill is lead off first. He'll draw a turn, get back in. So the Diamondbacks now have 3 hits. Good news out of Anaheim. The Angels have taken a 3-2 lead over the Dodgers in the 6th inning. Boy, wouldn't it be nice heading out on the road? 5.5 back to start the road trip. A lot of work to do here first, and a little help. Swing and a miss by Upton.
Boy, that slider has just been so sharp. Let's see if Justin can maybe cut things down right there. That's a couple of pitches now he's tried to pull out of the ballpark. We've seen Justin be very successful using the big part of the ballpark, driving the ball the other way, driving the ball out to center field. Justin doesn't need to pull the ball to have success. How about Aaron Hill just putting him in play, willing his way on for that second big run?
He'll dive back in. Here's the man who scored the run this inning. Garza now steps off. Upton will step out. You heard Gracie. How about a 2-out gapper here? Get Hill home from first. 2-2.
Good patience there on a tough slider down the way. I would imagine Chicago Cubs front office phone's going to be ringing a lot for this guy, Garza. And when Ryan Dempster comes back from the disabled list, he's certainly going to create a lot of interest as well.
And Theo Epstein may be a busy man. Scouts.
Remember Pat the Bat Burrell?
Yes, sir.
There he is. He's a scout now, along with Dave Hollins right next to him.
Down to third. Mather plays this one. Long throw across, gets Upton. So one that was made, one that wasn't, but the Diamondbacks scratch out a run, and we'll head to the 7th inning. Miley back to work. 2-0 D-backs. By infinity, this RBI single by Upton in the first inning give the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead over Garza and the Cubs. Wade Miley has been stellar again this afternoon. He has struck out a total of 6, and then is rolling along. That strikeout is Soriano. De Jesus. And then in the 6th inning for the Diamondbacks, a 2-out runner at third. He'll hit that ball down to Mather, and the brief jumble. An infield hit, score the extra run. It's 2-0 now Diamondbacks. And for the Cubs here, 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Reed Johnson. Ball went up high. Johnson, Castro, and Soriano here for the Cubs in the 7th. Well, he's 72 pitches through 6 innings. Swing and a miss. Johnson has struck out and he is grounded to short. Miley, 9 of 19 hitters faced today, Gracie. 3 pitches or less.
That's just pounding the strike zone, but pounding the zone with quality strikes, knee-high strikes, corner strikes on both the in and the outside corner. Didn't get the call there, but that could have easily been another strike.
2-1 the count on Reed Johnson. Cub hit by Darwin Barney leading off the 3rd inning. Well, he takes a little bit more time now. And throws a strike.
A 2-1 changeup.
Yeah, he's
right
got
on
command,
the button. I mean, right on the button. Pretty pitch. Gutsy pitch.
Oh, and you can throw any pitch in any sequence and throw it for a strike. You are way ahead of the game. He's been pretty far ahead of the game in his starts this year. And a foul out of play.
Reed Johnson, a crafty old veteran. He's trying to take his time, stay out of the box, make Wade Miley wait because he's working so fast. Now Reed Johnson finally gets back in the box, and we'll do it again.
Boy, what happened in that 4th inning? He had to throw 16 pitches.
Poor guy.
Fouled it back. Well, this is an important leadoff man because after Reed Johnson, you've got Castro and then Soriano. And again, Neil Swaim has loaded his lineup with right-handed hitters today. The only lefty being De Jesus. Foul again. So Johnson put a pretty good bat here on Miley to start the 7th inning. That makes a run in the 1st, a run in the 6th, trying to sweep the Cubs. Finish this homestand as they did the last homestand at 5-1. Ground ball foul.
Well, Reed Johnson just putting a pesky at bat right now on Miley at a tough time late in the ball game. That's when you hate these long at bats, fouling off those quality pitches.
And this is the longest at bat of the afternoon for Miley. It's the 9th pitch coming up.
I'd like to see these fans start getting behind Wade Miley a little bit, start clapping their hands on these 2-strike pitches.
Into left field, over goes Kugel, reaches over and makes the catch, 1 down. Let's go to Jody Jackson. Hi, Jody.
Hi, Greg. We all know that Wade Miley on the mound is serious, focused, and extremely prepared. He's also a fun-loving guy off the field from a small town in Louisiana, and his rural roots are the subject of a reality show on the History Channel called Swamp People. And, you know, Wade gets asked about it a lot. It went back to spring training.
Oh, dear.
He talked about, you know, the fact that not only does he watch the show, but he knows a couple of these people. I don't know if they're exactly those 3 people, but he said he bought crawfish from a family in the area, and now one of the members of that family.
Where'd you go, Jody?
There you are, Jody.
There I am. All right. And so Swamp People, I haven't watched the show, but now I'm kind of intrigued. Apparently it's about alligator hunting, guys.
Grace, you've done that before, haven't you?
No.
Can Parr get there on the racing? Yeah, nice catch. Racing over to right center field.
All I know is I've watched Swamp People, and it's entertaining. I mean, it is entertaining. You know, those are folks we don't meet very often. You know, and that's their livelihood, and they take great pride in it. And it's just an interesting way of going. They're just such simple people, and they're all very happy doing what they're doing.
They love it.
Yeah, I will admit though, a couple of those rascals are some willy boogers.
Willy boogers.
I mean, long ZZ Top type beards, and
those are long beards.
I mean,
You know, I shaved my little thing off.
I noticed that.
It was too gray. It was too white.
Well, what's wrong? I'm getting a little more salt and pepper in mine, too, as Soriano steps in.
It's a fly ball to the left. Pretty well struck. Dribble back at the wall. Leaps. And it is gone. A home run for Soriano. And it's a 2-1 ball game. Boy, that ball, I didn't think it was going to make it out of here.
I didn't either. It looked like Kubel had a beat on it, but it looked like it just crawled into the front row. Soriano is going to touch them all here with 2 out in the 7th inning.
Kubel made a valiant leap at it at the end, but didn't get it. Let's take a look.
Fastball in. Soriano gets there. Yeah, it's definitely out of here. Right out of a Diamondback fan's hands and right into a Cub fan's hands.
Oh. Now Jeff Baker. Well, how important was it for Wade Miley to retire both Reed Johnson and Starlin Castro before Soriano got to the plate?
Boy, you are not kidding. That guy is on a home run tear, Soriano.
That's number 14 for him.
Another beautiful change up there on 1-0 to even the count 1-1. And this will tell you a lot about Wade Miley. You know, does he have the audacity to come right back and make some pitches? So far, he has 1-2. Let's see if the fans can get behind Wade Miley in this great effort he's given.
6 2/3 innings, leading 2-1 in the ball game.
And this is possibly your all-star right here.
Ground ball to second, fielded by Hill. On to first. That's it. Another great inning by Wade Miley. Even though the Cubs got on the board, fans applauding, getting to their feet as he makes his way to the dugout. 2-1 D-backs.
Yeah, 21 years old. It was as if I was walking through the gates of heaven. I opened the gates to Dodger Stadium in center field, and you can see Dodger Stadium. It's goosebumps still.
Well, they actually will debut today. Matt Williams. There he is.
With our own Todd Walsh.
Yeah. Well, let's answer today's Matt Mania AT&T trivia question. How many times did he start? Just twice out of the 5 times. 94, 99. Well, you know Todd Walsh. Everyone knows Todd. How you doing, Todd?
The bottom of the barrel is here in the center.
No.
That's all right.
For Joe.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Hey, listen, I don't know if you guys have heard, but Matt Williams, in my own words, debuts today. We haven't heard that. Coming in under the radar, and I wanted to at least take a second to talk a little bit about the show here. It airs after the postgame show, a mini version of Diamondbacks Live, but I'm very excited about this. And as you know, Mark, we gave you the In My Own Words treatment And
Right.
I think the key for this show to succeed is you have to have a guy that is willing to talk and engage. And Matt Williams was dialed in. He is such a great storyteller, and I've tried to tell this story on a pregame show as we put a lot of the cutting room floor excerpts, Greg, but it was a sit-down interview of 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Which we cut down to a half an hour. I don't know how my producer, Josh Coleman, did it, but we kind of had a rule of thumb that if you can edit Joe Garagiola down to a half an hour, which we did, then everybody gets to a half an hour. But Matt was engaged. He wanted to talk. I appreciate that, the access to his home and the photos and the things that his wife Erica and the rest of his family gave us. So if you're a Diamondbacks fan or a fan of, I really think the human condition, because his story is remarkable. There's so many different story arcs to it, and I hope you'll check it out.
Here is Jason Koo to lead it off. Well, I've interviewed a lot of people over the years, a lot of Diamondback players over the years. Gracie, you're always fun to interview. You spoke your mind, had some fun with the media. Matty was one of those guys, when you did an interview with him, you always got the truth, nothing but the truth. And I mean, he gives you a lot of information, and he even goes beyond what you ask him to give you the information. I'm sure you discovered that, Todd.
Oh, absolutely.
And I did a little fun-loving piece with him earlier on Matt Mania.
I heard about that.
And showing him pictures of when he was young, and honestly, Matt Williams. Here this man is, Matt Williams. He's got this image of being so tough and so ornery and so and he can go lighthearted better than anybody in this organization, if you ask me. I mean, he can do it, and he knows how to play along and go lighthearted, and I just think a lot of people have never gotten to see that side of Matt Williams. He can be a very funny guy.
Well, there's a very dramatic end to it, right? That's yours.
Kugel, it's a high, towering fly ball, deep right center field, splits down. 3-1 Diamondbacks. Fulton Holmes home run with $150 going to the Central Arizona Mountain Rescue Association. Todd, you're good luck.
Greg, you've been on the radio side for pretty much your entire career here, and over the years, and Todd hasn't been around much this year, and thankfully, because that means the Coyotes had a great season, but. It's just something with Todd. Every time we do send it out to Todd for a hit, somebody homers.
Yeah.
It's just, and sure enough, you're back for one of the first times early in this season, and bang, first batter gone. Jason Kugel.
You want to sit here all the time?
No, I believe that's my own karma, because I have such belief in the sanctity of the broadcast. I don't want to get involved in the middle of it like I just did again with a single. But I do bring runs to the Diamondbacks.
You definitely do. You're 2 for 2 here.
Yeah.
We call Todd the difference maker.
He is definitely that.
Absolutely.
How about Jason Kugel again? He has had a monster first half, and he's going to have to be the player of the week in June, isn't it? Or if he's not, I'd like to see who is.
Well, Diamondbacks got a few candidates for player of the month, and he's one of them. That's his 23rd RBI this month.
Does he still lead baseball in RBIs?
He leads the National League. He was one shy. Well, he's tied his career high RBIs in a month. He did it with Minnesota back in 2010, but he's the National League leader with now those 23 runs batted in. And Miley in here talking about Swampy. Here's Overbay. Joe Saunders
in front of him, the disabled list Joe Saunders.
There's a drive deep but fouled on the left field line. So that all starts with Matt here, Matt Williams today.
Yeah, and I'll just add this, and I'll get out of the way of the broadcast here. These are big runs that are potentially on the line, but the ending to the show, I think, is something that you need to observe, because I think we've watched Matt become one of the happiest guys in all of baseball. That smile is infectious. He's the kind of guy that you just want to gravitate to now. He wasn't always that way. He's honest and candid about that in every aspect of his life and his career.
Overbay hits a pretty deep drive, but that's going to be caught in left field by Soriano. And there was one on. And again, if by chance you can't catch it today, several times to catch it over the course of the next week, 8 weeks.
It will re-air again tonight at 10 o'clock, ironically enough. And then you love this phrase. Check your local listing.
Yes.
I've always wanted to say that. I've never been able to. I actually brought a clip, too. You had a clip on. when you're a good guest, you bring a clip from your show,
I like
right?
That.
So
Joe never does that.
No. Joe just comes on. And
you got to work with Borowski a little more.
I know. I have a lot of things I have to do with
him. Joe comes in and talks pitching. Todd gets in here. We get a little more offense.
A little bingo.
It's all about the offense.
Little bingo.
Little bingo. I like that. Back in that's a little old school terminology there. Little bingo.
Little bingo.
So you have to go all the way back out there?
Yeah, without Joe tonight. We have an abbreviated show. And then,
but no golf cart to take you out there?
I want one of those golf carts that have the old helmet, the baseball helmet, that take us out.
Used to
just once, I want to have Joe go in there with a jacket, a Diamondbacks jacket over his right arm. Just once, I want to do that.
There's a swing and a miss. They called 0-2 on a check over at first base.
Todd, take it away.
Wow. Hey, play Kachinko by signing up at one of these 16 interactive kiosks right here at Chase Field during any Arizona Diamondbacks regular season home game. I've heard so much about it. I've never had a chance to actually read this, and I'm thrilled. So maybe while I'm here,
you read them a lot better than I do.
No. You have a certain spirit about these things, Mark.
It's like our old days with you and
it's like an evil spirit.
That's right.
There's a check swing, bouncer. Nice play by Garza to throw to second. Boy, he made a nice play there. Kind of a bad throw, but Barney helped him out. But that was a nice play by Garza. That was trouble when he hit it. And that's out number 2 of the inning. Now Roberts will run at first. McDonald will be the batter. This
is a very athletic play. The check swing. Now, watch the bare hand with the ball already behind him. The throw is poor. Almost hit his third baseman right in the side of the head. Watch how close this ball comes to his third baseman. Look out. Ends up making a good play. And a big out for the Cubs. What do you think of Wade Miley, Todd? Greg and I have been talking about Wade Miley. What do you think of the way he's? I think he's out of nowhere, don't you think?
I love something Greg said yesterday. We were just chatting off the air in the booth, and we were talking about potential deals down the road. And Wade and Greg, I hope you don't mind if I go there, but you said, well, Wade Miley's not going anywhere. And I actually laughed. And I said, if you had told me that in spring training, that you would make that comment in the middle or late June, would you have believed that? I mean, what a great story.
It's pretty well said. Yeah, he's been a lot of fun to watch this year. And, well, you hate to even think where the Diamondbacks would be without Wade Miley.
Well, every team that gets to the postseason, and even those that don't and get close, as we look at some of the numbers on Wade Miley, Gracie, there have to be surprises along the way.
Sure.
Had them in 2001. Every team has them, and Wade Miley, probably the biggest surprise and the most pleasant surprise for the Diamondbacks here in 2012.
He is today's Robert Ellis.
There you go.
Is he the Rookie of the Year right now?
I'm trying to think of some other rookies right now that might be in the chase.
There's some good ones out there, but
Wade Miley's got to be. He's got to be better than anyone right now. I can't imagine anybody possibly getting to 9 wins.
No. Harrell for Houston has got 6, but I mean, you even look at the offensive side of things. I mean,
Bryce Harper.
I'm giving it. Yeah, he's going to probably get some votes. Fly ball to right, going over is Reed Johnson. Out, but a home run by Kubel. Todd, we'll look forward to talking to you after the ball game.
Yeah, thanks. I don't know if you heard about it. Matt Williams in my own words.
My own
there
words,
you go.
yes.
Yeah. 3-1 Diamondbacks lead the Cubs going to the 8th. He wants more home runs for the Diamondbacks.
Yes, he does. He's
one.
Like, man, I heard about all this offense around here. I came here. I'm seeing a pitcher's duel. Right now, Wade Miley has gotten in a few more licks in this pitcher's duel than Matt Garza, but it's still anybody's ball game as we work on into the 8th inning. I think also we'd be remiss if we didn't say, Greg, just how important getting deep in this ball game has been for Wade Miley and his bullpen. Back-to-back games of 4 innings. Diamondback starters has killed the bullpen the last couple of days.
I think we're thinking that now every time Miley goes out there, and maybe that's unfair, or maybe now it's become the expectation, the realization this guy's got the capabilities of doing this every time out. As we took a look at the remaining portion of the pitching staff over there.
It's rare that you see a pitcher out there in the 8th inning with nobody up in the bullpen right now. Right at 2-1, strike one.
This is Giovanni Soto. He'll be followed by Darwin Barney and Joe Mather. Only 2 base runners, 1 run for the Cubs, ball 3. Again, Wade has not walked a man today, but he's in danger here. On a 3-1 count to Soto. And he pops it up, foul back and out of play.
And he made another quality pitch there, 3-1. Right on the corner, nothing on the fat part of the plate. Soto couldn't do anything with it. 3-2. Boy, huge batter here for Wade Miley.
You're wondering about how many pitches? 94 for Miley. And number 95 sells outside. There's his first walk of the ball game.
Well, make sure you're here at Chase Field for the next bobblehead giveaway on July 28th when the Diamondbacks host the Mets. The first 20,000 fans going to receive a Justin Upton bobblehead courtesy of Pepsi. Get tickets now by calling 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/tickets.
There you go.
How about that? What's going on with that bat?
It's broke.
Did you break it?
No, we'll get it back. There's the broken part of the bat. So it is. There's the barrel.
That broken bat home run out here.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Justin's even got a little growth going right here. A little whisker. Right?
How about that?
Yeah. So
bobbleheads are always fun.
Yep. Hit the pretty deep left. Kuba going back, and off the wall. It'll score. No run. Runners at 2nd and 3rd as Soto is held up. And now Miley's in some trouble. The tying runs are at 2nd and 3rd with nobody out here on Darwin Barney's 2nd hit of the ball game.
Well, that was about a foot or 2 away from being a tie ball game. Barney hammers this one. He thinks he may have gotten enough of it, but right off the top of the wall, man, just inches away from being a 3-3 ball game. Look how high off the wall that ball hits, and now the Chicago Cubs with a big opportunity here to tie and possibly take the lead in this ball game. Is now double barrel action in the bullpen.
Righty and lefty is Charles Nagy makes his way to the mound for a visit. Diamondbacks, boy, it was a big home run by Kuba last half inning. Ziegler, the right-hander, and Zagurski, the left-hander, loosening. The batter's going to be Joe Mather. It looks like Val Buena has moved into the on-deck circle. He would bat next. Batting for Garza.
Mather's had a couple of good swings at Wade Miley. He flied deep to left his first time up and then lined out to Ryan Roberts at third base his last time up. Yes, he's 0 for 2. But he's had some pretty good looks at Wade Miley. So Wade Miley now all of a sudden out there pitching for his life.
And a strike out ahead of him.
Beautiful
Both bullpens are really getting heated up here.
Beautiful pitch right there. Jumping ahead 0-1. Put Mather in swing mode.
So a leadoff walk followed up by a double, and the Cubs in business here with the tying runs on and nobody out in the 8th. And a foul bag. He had a good rip at it.
There's another real good rip. But that's the difference between winning and losing right there. Look at this pitch. That is center cut and a pitch you can do some real damage with. Instead, now you're sitting with an 0-2 count. Now the fans starting to get behind Wade Miley.
He could use a strikeout. He's got 6. Has not had a strikeout since the 6th inning.
Let's see if he goes to that hard slider down and in. That's been his go-to strikeout pitch. He needs it. I tried to climb the ladder with a fastball.
1-2.
Still throwing plenty hard. Miley 93 miles an hour with that one.
100 pitches thrown in this ball game. For the Diamondback lefty, looking for win number 9 here today.
Yeah, I would imagine he's going on adrenaline now, Wade Miley. Needing a huge out right here.
Mather fouls it out of play.
Right back up the ladder again at the letters. Mather was able to spoil it.
Well, you see what he's done with runners in scoring position. 1.54 the batting average by the opposition. Soto walked to start the inning, got to third on the double by Barney. And there's nobody out here. 3-1 Diamondbacks late in the 8th. Working out of the stretch. Got him.
There's the hard slider, Greg.
Great one.
Mather. Fit to be tied with himself. Boy, after a couple of high fastballs, he went to that sharp breaking slider. There it is. What a thing of beauty. And that's a huge strikeout for Wade Miley and the Diamondbacks.
I was reminiscent of that slider he had working in Arlington. Remember that night?
Oh, man. I was comparing it to Steve Carlton's. Obviously, that's unfair to do, but ask Mather if it was a good one.
Left-hander Luis Valbuena will be the batter. But now one out in the inning. Lefty on lefty, ball one down low. And if you look, you're wondering why Del Swim sent up the left-handed hitter. That's all he's got on the bench.
He doesn't have anything but lefties on the bench.
Here's Garza. His afternoon is over. He pitched a heck of a ball game. His club trying to get it even for him. Valbuena hits it down to first. It's a foul ball.
Well, that was just inches away from being a tie game. Nonetheless, it's strike one.
Got a little nervous time here right now.
Absolutely. Once again, these fans starting to get behind.
I like that.
Wade Miley. Yeah, it's good to see.
That pumps a player up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It sure does.
1-1 strike. Oh, nice pitch. Valbuena took it. Now he's in the hole 1-2.
Yeah, that one stayed up in the zone. He kind of hung that slider, but it buckled Valbuena. It looked like a fastball. Now listen to these fans.
Keep ramping it up. And a foul out of play.
Well, another 93-mile-an-hour fastball. That one was spoiled by Valbuena.
Well, if he ends up getting out of this inning like this place will erupt when he comes off the mound.
He's still got a lot of work to do.
Got a 2-run lead at the moment, but the tied runs are on at second and third with one man out.
He just got one big strikeout of a right-hander. Now he's looking for a big strikeout of a left-hander.
And another foul.
Well, Valbuena spoiling some pitches. Another 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
Another left-handed hitter is on deck, and DeJesus, who's 0 for 3. Valbuena, the man of the moment for the Cubs. Tried to get him to chase. He laid off.
Pretty nice job there by Valbuena, able to lay off that down and away slider after some fastballs. 2-2.
Valbuena started at third base the first two games of this series. As a pinch hitter here today against Wade Miley. 2-2 pitch. And a shot caught by McDonald, out number 2. Soft liner, and Johnny Mack gloved it.
Well, so far, living right for Wade Miley.
Yes, sir.
Got the huge strikeout when he needed it. This time, a line drive by Valbuena, but John McDonald was right there. 2 big outs. Watch McDonald. He has to scamper and go make the play. Nice base running there by the
Barney.
Cubs, too, by not getting caught off and keeping the inning alive for David DeJesus, who happened to get 4 hits last night.
Against Miley today, twice he has grounded to second base and he has struck out. Montero went out to visit with Miley.
Well, so close to just being the inning of the year for Wade Miley. Strike one, fastball.
And he's really gotten to it here after the walk and the double. He struck out Mather swinging. Got the pinch hitter Valbuena on a soft liner to short, and he's moved ahead of DeJesus 0-1.
Kirk Gibson believing in his young lefty.
Ground ball foul. Now it's strike 2. Now this crowd, some getting to their feet, a few more.
There you go.
Get up, everybody.
There you go. Good for these fans. Cub fans are in their seats.
Diamondback fans aren't. They're standing up. Seeing if Miley can wiggle his way out of this. 0-2 count. Missed away.
Just missed. Good 0-2 pitch there, though, from Miley. Couldn't get DeJesus to chase. And we'll do it all again. Wade Miley, 1 strike away from his coming out party right here.
Most pitches he's ever thrown in a ball game. 112 here this afternoon. Ooh.
Just missed. Ooh. Just missed down and away.
2-2.
Close. It looks like it's outside.
Yeah, it was.
But it's a heck of a pitch. Does he go with the hard slider, or does he stay with the hard fastball?
Oh, almost got it.
Boy, nice job by DeJesus. Just able to spoil a really good slider there from Miley.
Well, this kid's pitched a heck of a ball game.
Sure has. I don't care what the result at the end of this inning. This kid has been impressive again.
And when the Diamondbacks needed it most with a very tired bullpen, he's trying to complete 8 here. He's got a 3-1 lead, but the tying runs at 2nd and 3rd for the Cubs.
This place ready to erupt.
2 men out. 2-2 count on David DeJesus. Miley ready. Here it is. Ball 3.
Maybe overthrew that one just a bit. Still throwing 94 miles an hour. Goodness gracious.
And now, new supply of baseballs run out to Scott Berry. So full count on David DeJesus. His runners have been at 2nd and 3rd through 2 hitters. They were there with nobody out. They're there with 2 men out. The crowd making noise.
Can the young man do it?
Ground ball back to Miley. Got him. Listen to the hand. Wade Miley's going to bat for himself here.
That's unbelievable right there. Well,
he's going to bat, but he probably won't pitch.
He can certainly hit.
Yeah. Wade's world it is. Boy, what an effort, and what an outing, and what an 8th inning for Miley. With the Diamondbacks leading 3-1, he walked the first man, his only walk of the game, then a double. But then he struck out Mather, got the pinch hitter Valbuena on a soft liner to short, and then retired to Jesus on a comebacker. And now he's batting for himself here as we play in the bottom of the 8th. Manuel Corpus, the former Colorado Rockies, on the mound for Chicago. Outside ball 2. One of the reasons that Miley is hitting, well, he's got 10 hits and 28 at bats. He's hitting .357. Numbers on Corpus.
Look at the numbers on Corpus since he's joined the Cubs. He's been terrific. Well, he had a good run in Colorado, and then kind of unraveled there a couple of years ago.
He was really good at one time for the Rockies. Ball 3 inside.
3 to Miley.
This place erupted, didn't it? And he got that third out.
That was pretty cool.
And actually, they were getting revved up prior to that. There's a strike. Corpus back in 2007 and 2008 for the Rockies appeared in 154 games. Had 19 saves in 07 for him. A walk.
Down. Wade Miley, what else you want him to do?
Now it's time for our Chaz Roberts air conditioning cool play of the game. Here it is, the third out of the 8th.
Pounces right on it. A strike over to first, and doggone right. This place came unglued, too, and deservedly so. Wade Miley has just been fantastic again.
So he's on base here to start the inning. Diamondbacks would not be opposed to scoring another run or two. See the line on Wade today. How terrific is that? Corpus walks the first man he faces. And now the top of the order, Parr and then Hill and Upton. Gerardo scored twice today. He's walked and tripled. And he shoots this one foul out of play, strike 1.
Corpus dropped down Dan Quisenberry-esque there.
He's been doing that a little bit with the Cubs. I've noticed that in a couple of times I've seen him on television. We never saw that in Denver, as I remember.
No.
Parr's made some things happen again. Did not start either of the first 2 games of the series. In center field today, batting lead off. And a walk, triple, 2 runs scored. Now trying to move a runner here. That's the pitcher Miley, who draws a throw and gets back. I guess they're watching him pitch. They know about his batting average. They probably think he can steal a base too.
Why wouldn't he?
Mather is up on the grass at third, guarding against the bunt here. And there is Parr. He tried to drag it with him, but that's a foul ball. Soto pleads that it was in fair territory and then hit the runner, but Scott Berry immediately pointed foul.
Had that been the case, that would have been an automatic out. And the runner would have had to return to first, but Scott Berry ruled that Parr was still in the batter's box when it hit him.
Look where his front foot though is. He was out of the box when he bumped that ball. Soto kept extending that point.
Look, right here, see?
0-2 count on Gerardo. Diamondback RBIs today by the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Hill, Upton, and Kubel. Ground ball down to first and booted by Baker, and everybody is going to be safe. Barney couldn't get a handle. First and second, nobody out.
That will probably go as an error.
I'd be disappointed if it wouldn't.
It does go as an error on first baseman Baker.
For the Cubs. That puts them in trouble here.
The in-between hop. Baker can't come up with it right off the edge of his glove. Barney can't flag it down in time. All of a sudden now the Diamondbacks looking for more insurance, and I think if last inning didn't teach you anything, they could use a little more insurance.
Aaron Hill has a run batted in with a base hit that came in the 6th inning. Time now for our Nissan text poll question. Favorite part of this homestand, overwhelmingly, the pitchers hitting. Ziegler and Hernandez, the relievers, with their first ever career hits.
And good for them, once in a lifetime achievements. You know me, I'm going to go for the Aaron Hill cycle.
Yeah, I like those hitters. The hitting hitters, not the pitching hitters, right? That's a ball 2-0. Oh, load him up for Upton, huh?
I was going to say, fall behind 2-0. People have been falling behind 2-0 to Aaron Hill have been paying a dear price on this homestand. He's driven in a run today and a single and 3 at-bats. Now he's looking to put another nail into these Chicago Cubs.
A shot to left base hit. Miley going to be, no, now he's going to be held up.
Smartly.
Yep.
Smartly by Matt Williams.
Matt Williams was waving him until he got a look at how Soriano handled the ball and got it back in, and then immediately put up the stop sign as Miley was touching third. So they're loaded, Gracie, for Justin Upton.
Little breaking ball stays right there, and Aaron Hill just once again hammering some kind of a pitch. And smartly, Matt Williams holds up Wade Miley, and Dale Swain going to go to the mound. I'm not sure if he's got the hook with him or not.
Not yet, at least, huh?
I think he just wants to talk to his infielders about where he wants them to play. I'm sure he's going to have to play the infield in.
Yeah, 3-1 ball game here. One at bat here, 1 inning left to hit. Now has to deal with Upton, Kubel, and Montero, with Miley, who walked to start the inning. He's at third base. Barr, who reached on the first baseman there, he's at second, and over at first base, Aaron Hill.
They want me to call a home run shot for Upton.
You got to pick your spots.
I was going to say, you can't go to that well too often. But I'd love to see it.
Where's Todd when we need him up here, right?
Exactly. Boy, Diamondbacks with a huge opportunity here against Manny Corpus. Nobody out, bases loaded. Ball 1.
Justin today has singled home a run. He's flying to right field. He's grounded to third. Ground ball to short. Skips by Starlin Castro. Miley scores. Here comes the other over to the plate. Parr. He scores. And the Diamondbacks now have a 5-1 lead.
Well, it's not a homer. But boy, that is a huge hit for Justin Upton. He's driven in 3 more here this afternoon. We said it a couple of nights ago, Greg, and that is, don't look now, but there's a right fielder starting to really get locked in, and he undresses Starlin Castro with a line drive. He almost had Castro running from that ball. He hit it so hard.
That can't be. You can give us a thought of how an infielder feels playing in like that. It's not a good feeling, is it?
When a ball's coming at you that quickly, you're just, I like that slide by Parra there, too. That's officially a slide.
Yeah.
And he must have slid a good 15 feet. That was cool.
Pitching change coming up for the Cubs. Diamondbacks have a 5-1 lead. And we'll take a break as Corpus didn't get anybody out. He'll leave them with 2 runners on here. How about Jason Kubel's at bat here, Gracie?
Well, he takes a breaking ball and drives it into the pool area. Yeah, we got that camera just for that.
Kaboom, Kubel.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, once again, the middle of the order carrying the load. Jason Kubel, now Justin Upton, and now Miguel Montero with an opportunity to really put this thing away. I'm sorry, I said Miguel Montero. He's on deck. Jason
Kubel
chance,
yeah.
with a chance to put this game away.
So here is Kubel, who has the run batted in with the home run. It was his 10th of the year. And a swing and a foul back, out of place, strike one.
I may just have to start calling him Kaboom.
That was the 43rd home run into the pool in the history of Chase Field, the 23rd by a Diamondback. But you got the first
That's quite a few.
Yeah.
I thought there'd be less than that.
Kubel's got Hill at second, Upton at first. Still nobody out here. Hill dancing around out there. And Russell gets a swing and a miss. 0-2. Oh, this kid's dad was a big league pitcher, Jeff Russell.
Jeff was a very good pitcher for the Texas Rangers for a lot of years.
Pretty good numbers right there.
See if Kubel can take aim here.
Let me try to get him to chase. How about this for a homestand for Justin Upton? 3 RBIs today, 11 batted in 6 games. 11.
Now, we've said when he gets hot, I mean, he can drive them in at an amazing clip.
Swing and a miss. Kubel's down on strikes, so Russell gets the first out there. Now here's Mickey. Gracie.
Yeah, I jumped the gun a little bit there.
It's all right. You were just thinking ahead.
You know me pretty well.
I like that.
You know me pretty well. You know that's not the first mistake I've ever made. Here's another guy that's heating it up as we speak as well. He's 1 for 3 here this afternoon. He got a base hit his last time up.
Now he steps into the batter's box with 2 on, now 1 out. Montero has had 10 runs batted into this homestand. Swing and a miss, strike one. This is some of these RBIs. We mentioned Upton with 11, Montero with 10. Kubel with 1 today has 7 runs batted in. Hill has 8 on the homestand. Goldschmidt 6, not playing today. I'm going to call Atlanta and say, can you guys come in here and play? Outside, although the last time the Braves were here earlier this season, they handed the Diamondbacks 3 losses in 4 games played. So the Diamondbacks are feeling right now they've got some catching up to do.
Certainly, and I'm going to go the glass half full routine. That was about when the Diamondbacks were playing their worst baseball of the season, especially here at home. It's a much better ball club now.
2 balls and a strike here. Another left-hander on deck, Overbeck.
But it's never easy in Atlanta. Very, very hot, and you're playing outdoors.
Yes.
They don't get to close the roof at Turner Field.
Montero Fossil, they got a hot hitter right now, Jason Hayward, who's had a good June. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup. How about Tuesday night after the day off? Hudson against Hudson, Daniel against Tim. And then Cahill Hansen. We know Jurgens is pitching on Thursday. You want to speculate? Who are we guessing? Bauer on Thursday for the Diamondbacks?
We can speculate Bauer. It's fun to speculate Trevor Bauer.
It could be Colemeter.
It sure would be a lot of
Kennedy.
fun
to
watch his major league debut and have the call.
Again, Trevor Bauer worked 2 2/3 innings today. Was limited to 50 pitches just in case. While pitching for Reno. Two count here on Montero. Whoa, Hills bluffed off second base, and Upton, who's now being held on at first, was watching him. Justin started towards second and had to put on the brakes real quick.
Cubs smartly stepped off, and we'll do it again.
Montreal digs in on a 3-2. They don't go. Miggy hits one to second. This should be two. Barney wide throw to Castro, but he recovers and goes to first for the inning-ending double play. So we'll head to the ninth. Diamondbacks had 2 of the 8th. Their lead now 5-1 over Chicago. I called one to look forward to Miller time a little later in today's game, brought to you by Miller Lights. Wade Miley pretty good today, huh, Gracie?
Oh, man. He was brilliant.
There's a big one right there. The final out of the 8th inning. They had second and third, the Cubs with nobody out. Tying runs in a 3-1 game. He struck out Mather, got Valbuena on a soft liner to short, and then DeJesus on the comebacker, and there's a line on Wade Miley.
Well, the thing that impressed me the most about this kid was he did what he did in the 8th inning, second and third, nobody out. He gets out of it, but he was getting out of it with his 105th pitch, his 110th pitch, his 105th. He was on fumes, and he was able to wiggle out of that with nothing. That's what impressed me about that young man tonight.
And he is 3 outs away from winning his 9th of the season. There's J.J. Putz.
Not a safe situation. J.J. pitched last night in a non-safe situation as well and had a 1-2-3 innings. Not going to be easy, though. He's going to have to go right through the heart of this Cubs order again, starting with Reed Johnson, Starlin Castro, and Alfonso Soriano.
So here we go to the 9th. 5-1 now, Diamondbacks. And they strike.
Boy, these Diamondbacks, what a great job of stretching this thing out. A run in the 6th, a run in the 7th, 2 runs in the 8th. These closers, they like to have a little breathing room, you know?
Yeah, very important. And the Diamondbacks have been able to do that of late. There's a pitch outside. It just eases the strain of the bullpen when they're out there, or a starting pitcher. When you got an extra run or two to work with. Reed Johnson in this ball game, 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded a short fly to left.
Gas. 1 and 2.
Pretty good velocity there. Diamondbacks a day off tomorrow, so that bullpen will get a little extra rest. This is the only man out of the pen today, JJ.
Well, those guys are all very happy with one Wade Miley.
They did a heck of a job over the last 2 nights.
They sure did. Boy, did they ever. They got a lot to be proud of.
You got a pitcher who could not start due to injury. And Ian Kennedy last night could not get through 5. So that's a lot of 9 2/3 innings of pitching by the bullpen with no runs allowed.
That's hard to do.
Yeah. There's the in right in the middle there.
I'm sure they probably got a little motivation from watching Wade Miley pitch here this afternoon. Ball 3.
Yep. I'll watch here. D-backs have both teams have only left 3 runners on base here today. Foul out of play. Well, they got over 500 last night, the Diamondbacks. That's why today's game was equally as important. Not to slip back to 500. Now you go on the road and you got a 2-game over 500 advantage.
Absolutely, and they count just as much in June as they count in September. You know, that's why I always say those games in April. You know, you hear everybody talk, well, it's early. Yeah, it is. But those games count just as much as these. And right now, you've got a San Francisco team playing very well. Dodgers are trailing. That's always good news.
Diamondbacks could be a little bit closer at the end of the day with a win, but a leadoff walk here to start the 9th inning for the Cubs to Reed Johnson.
Now make sure you are here on the 4th of July when the Diamondbacks host the San Diego Padres. First 20,000 fans get a 4th of July t-shirt courtesy of Ram Trucks. Then following the game, going to open the roof for a post-game fireworks spectacular courtesy of Gila River Casinos. Call now 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/tickets. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, first 20,000 4th of July t-shirt. Nice. Diamondbacks, that'll be the final get-go before the All-Star break. San Diego in for 3 and the Dodgers in for 4. Here's Starlin Castro, and he takes outside ball 1. Diamondbacks have out-hit the Cubs 7-3. They lead 5-1 as we play in the 9th inning.
All right, JJ, let's see if you can get your stuff over the plate and make these guys swing the bat.
We know Castro wants to swing.
Yeah, he just showed right there how difficult he is to walk. That's a 1-0 pitch, and it's not even close to being a strike. And he took a full whack at it.
1 ball, 1 strike. He has walked 6 times all year.
He's walked 6 times all year, and I would imagine a couple of those have to be intentional.
And this is at bat number 299 of the season. 1 ball, 1 strike.
And then he takes one right down the middle.
1 and 2.
Hey, who am I to argue with this kid? He got 207 hits last year, and he's coming in. Yeah, I was going to say, came into the game hitting 308. So, whatever he's doing a good job of it.
So 1-2 count. JJ puts Starlin Castro, Soriano on deck.
See if he gets the split finger. He did.
And he got a strikeout, 1 down.
Thanks for coming, drive home safely.
Dropped right off the table.
This is one of the better ones you'll see right here. Now you see it. Now you don't. I mean, that ball dove a good 3 feet from JJ. It's a heck of a pitch.
Soriano's got a home run today, 1 for 3. He accounted for that Cub run back in the 7th inning. Ground ball, third base side by Robertson on into left field for a base hit. So Cubs got a little something going here in the 9th inning with 2 on and only 1 man out.
We're going to have a pinch hitter. This looks like, as you watch Roberts dive into his left, and it gets by him for a base hit. This looks like Steve Clevenger going to hit for Jeff Baker.
One of the many left-handers that Del Swaim has on the bench. So 2 on for the Cubs with 1 out of the 9th inning. A 5-1 Diamondback lead here. Trying to sweep Chicago, pick up their 3rd sweep of the season.
They got San Francisco in the first series of the year here.
Yeah, and Oakland.
And then they got Oakland not too long ago.
There's a strike on the outer edge.
After the Diamondbacks swept Bob Melvin and the Oakland A's, they went on to start playing some pretty good baseball after that.
And they're trying to complete another 5-1 homestand. That's what they won on their last homestand. 4-1 entering today's play, leading 5-1. Way outside. It's a ball and a strike. Gracie mentioned the Dodgers are losing their ball game. Giants winning with the A's batting in the 9th. If the Diamondbacks can pull off the win here and the Dodgers lose, they're 5.5 back heading to Atlanta. How about a double play ball then? Huh? Fouled it back. Boy, a good rip out. 1 and 2.
Very good rip, but he's 1 and 2. And I would imagine JJ going to reach into his bag of tricks and try to find that split finger fastball again for strike 3. Now the crowd starting to get a little bit excited with JJ Putz, but Aaron Hill comes in and has a little conversation. Yeah, go ahead and get a little excited, guys. I don't blame you.
So 1-2 count on Clevenger. He's batting for Baker. Here at the top of the 9th. Look of concentration. Now a stare in by J.J. Putz. On 1 and 2. Got him.
That was the split finger, all right.
Oh, might have been even better than the last one.
That was a dandy again. Clevenger probably going to go back and tell Dale Swain, thanks. Put me up there against this guy. I didn't know he had this thing in the back of his pocket. Once again, gone. What a pitch.
Now the Diamondbacks an out away from a sweep and a 5-1 homestand. Fans will start to get to their feet here with Soto, the hitter. He is 0 for 2 with a walk in the ball game. 2 on, 2 out. Missed a little low ball 1. Day off tomorrow. And then Tuesday, starting the road trip in Atlanta. Johnson, Soriano, the base runners here. With 2 men out. Soto takes high, ball 2-2-0. Darwin Barney's had a pretty good day with the bat. He's on deck. He has singled and doubled in this ball game. JJ rubs up the baseball.
All right, going to have to come with a fastball for a strike here if you're J.J. Putz. Now you got to hope Soto's swinging and he hits it at somebody.
The 2-0. Ball 3 into the backstop.
Badly with it. And now 1 wide, 1 away from bringing the tying run to the plate and Darwin Barney.
A wild pitch charge to JJ. Puts runners at 2nd and 3rd as Johnson went to 3rd base. Soriano to 2nd. More than 8 innings the Diamondbacks got out of Wade Miley here today. He even started a 2-run rally in the 8th inning with a walk. Now JJ trying to close things out, but he's 3-0 the count on Soto.
I'm sure taking all the way here. A generous strike 1.
3-1 the count.
I'm sure he's probably swinging the bat now. But only if it's a strike.
Former National League Rookie of the Year. Trying to revving it up a little bit more. Swing and a foul back. He almost came out of his shoes on that swing.
I think he may have.
Now look at everybody getting up. Fun times at Chase Field these days. Diamondbacks trying to complete the sweep here. They lead the Cubs 5-1. Cubs have runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 out in the 9th.
Well, trying to send them home happy, one J.J. puts.
Liner to left. Almost there. Sweep for the D-backs. They beat the Cubs. First 3-game sweep of the Cubs since August of 2001. And what a homestand. Just like the last one, Gracie, they go 5-1. And, man, they hammered the ball. They got some great pitching today when they needed it the most.
And they find themselves getting right back in the race in the Western Division. The Dodgers are trailing late against the Angels. They could find themselves on an airplane 5.5 games back of first place.
So the Diamondbacks a victory. From our Grace, Jody Jackson. Once again, our final score, Diamondbacks 5, Cubs 1. Coming up next, Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink with Todd Waltz. Stick around. Interviews, Kurt Gibson and more. Diamondbacks Live, presented by CenturyLink. It's coming up next.